Hey guys, so today I'm going to inform you on how to adopt a dog. Now, you may think that adopting a dog is just going to the shelter and picking it up. No, there's actually parts to it, and basically 4 main parts to it. And so the first part is finding what kind of dog you want and going to the whenever you want to research the breed that you want. And because certain breeds have different energy levels or different characteristics about them that you may or may not like, so you kind of want to research the different breeds of dogs. And then you want to go to the shelter and spend quality time with the dogs at the shelter that you do like. From the CaesarsWay.com, that Mr. Caesar, the dog whisperer himself, says that it's best to go to the dog shelter during an off day instead of the weekend or in the afternoons, because you get to spend more quality time with the dog that you might want to adopt. You'll get to take it on walks, and then again you'll get to see more of its personality and how it reacts to you. So that's a really good tip, is to go on an off day to the shelter. The second part is that you'll have to prepare for a new dog to come into your house. So you want to go to the vet or find a vet that you want to establish yourself with and your dog with, and kind of ask them, hey, I might be adopting this dog. What are the health symptoms it might have of that breed and stuff? And then you also want to prepare your house to be dog safe. So that might be taking out certain plants or trees or fruit and vegetables in your garden out of your house, because it might harm your dog. Like a palm tree, you're not supposed to have it at your house because it can harm a dog. You also want to put a fence around your home and your land, because that way your dog can have enough running space and time outside that it needs. It gets the good exercise it needs. And also, I think a good thing is to have a doggy door. That way it can go in and out when it wants to. That way if you train it, you can train it to use the doggy door and leave the house whenever it needs to go to the bathroom. The next part is actually adopting the dog itself. So, first you have to fill out your paperwork, because they're not going to let you just take a dog and leave with it, especially if it's been mistreated. So first you're going to fill out paperwork and pay your adopting fee. And then some shelters will require you to set up a home visit, kind of like if you were adopting a child. You have to make sure that you're able to take care of a dog, that your house is stable enough for a dog, and that you'll actually take care of it, which I think is a good thing, because a mistreated dog doesn't need to go back to a mistreated home. And then you need to set up a pickup date for your dog. WikiHow says that it is really good to set up pickup dates for your dog. That way you can prepare yourself for when you're picking up the dog. You can help prepare for the shelter. They know that this dog is getting a home. So it's always good to prepare for that, to set up a pickup date. The next part is caring for your dog. So, caring for your dog consists of, obviously, as soon as you get it, you probably want to take it to the vet and make sure that it is caught up on all of its vaccines, examine its mouth, and make sure it has its rabies shot, because that's always a good thing. If you don't want, puppies, you might want to neuter it. That way you won't risk having puppies and more dogs, because that's just, but yeah, you want to do that. And then you also want to work on your dog being social. It's really important to have a social dog, or work them into a social life. So you would start out with letting them meet your family and friends and getting them used to them, and then taking them to a dog park. And another thing is to be patient. Also on WikiHow, it was what to do with a dog that's been abused. You really have to be patient with it, because it's not going to trust you at first, it's been mistreated by humans, therefore it thinks that it's going to be mistreated again. So be patient with it, and just take your time and reward it when it does good things. Like if it goes outside to use the bathroom, reward it. If it sits for you, reward him. Make him feel like you love him. Also, create a good routine with your dog. You get up at a certain time, you feed your dog at a certain time, you take your dog at a certain time, and that's all I have. Thank you guys.